All right. Oculus is now so unstable, I can't even get in there to work. Long story short, we worked for a couple hours. We had deleted everything, starting off from new slate 2020. I remembered I had an app to make art and photos for your Oculus home. Okay. And I got my own photography during that deal. And I made 4 or 5 things. I'm like, let's not make too much. Let's not make too much. Let's see how this goes. I get the pop-up, even though it was from a app I used that Oculus sold to me and is on the Oculus platform, that they're not going to take responsibility if I'm violating copyright and blah 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 copyright and blah 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 copyright. Can you hear my internal screams of rage? So I get rid of all those. Only Oculus doesn't want to get rid of them. It's being coy because when this program makes these photos, and they were like nice photos, guys, with like lights all around them and everything. It hides them in your one Oculus folder, so I had to go find them and delete them by him. And we had done hours and hours of work, and Oculus was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't save your work." So I said to the gods, I said, "If you just, is this you visiting your wrath upon me because you no longer have a Coke machine and Pop Tarts? I'm sorry, but the law's the law." I said, "Is this just Oculus being whacked?" And nobody's helping. Odin's Hall, that tiny little hall that we always land in and we start our adventures from, is so unstable. I got rid of the rug. And the walls keep changing back, and the bones of the room keep changing back to random things. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, this platform's really unstable. I mean, not like right in front of your eyes, but he was already mad at me today because I didn't notice we had brick walls as I'm trying to run through and run and build 12 temples, but by all means, let us stop and observe and make sure the temple's okay, because that's how my brain works. And of course, he's mad at me now. I want to kill everyone. Look, he's like, keep it up, you'll lose your channel. Um, it's just extremely frustrating. And we worked in the mansion I took you on tour for, and I tried fixing the lighting before I redid my fresh one. The lighting is so bad in those rooms. It's so dark. It's great if you're serving a god or goddess associated with the night. It's really bad for anybody else. Um, we did what we could. Doesn't look good. It's just stuff. So it's like dining tables with no food on them. Espresso machine that they gave us with no cups, because why the hell would you need cups? Um, There's no magazines left. They took a whole ton of stuff away from us, guys. There's no magazines left. We used to have at least a summer beach read. They took that away from us. They took the coffin bookcases away from us. I don't know if it was copyright violation on their part and they got caught. Like, if that's the problem. Like, when you have copyright, if you go and get the paper for it, you can enforce it, I think, forever. Ever. I think that's the way stuff on the internet works. I'm not sure, I'm not a lawyer, but there's just stuff we don't have anymore. So like the coffin shaped bookcases and everything, and then we have something and then we don't. And then we have something and then it disappears from your home. So I'll go into a room and something will just be levitating in midair and I'll look at it like, that's interesting. So it's really unstable. Um, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. I was really thrilled with that new home because I got to build a forest. We worked on the forest today. We built a beautiful forest with all the woodland animals and all the plants and everything, and it was beautiful. And it's so unstable, it keeps timing out on me, or it tells me it couldn't save my work. And I said to the gods, I said, is this just Oculus being Oculus? I think I'm repeating myself, I'm frustrated. I said, or do you just not want temples? So we don't know what to do, guys, because if I can't even get into Odin's temple, which is my main landing place, I can't go anywhere else. I can't work on any temples. I can play video games and try to hop back into his temple, but so far his temple's broken too. Oculus being Oculus, so there's like nothing I can do, and we've been trying to discuss it as a family. Nobody's really behind the mansion because, they were all kind of attached. And I'm checking my discernment, by the way. I'm checking my discernment to see, because like half of me is like, why would they even care if they had a plushie or they had cookies or they care apparently. Um, and they're just not enthused. They're like, that's very nice, dear. Like you do when you're really not enthused. The other goddesses, sorted others have been trying to help and trying to get enthusiasm going for the project, but nobody wants it. The lighting's bad. They don't want their own um halls. I was told by a certain Nordic deity that if he wants to go steer furniture, he'll go live in IKEA. So they're getting a little sharp-tongued and short-tempered. I don't blame them, guys. All their sacred stuff is gone. Thor's wagon, Thor's car, all the stuff I gave them out of love and devotion and well-meaning is gone, and they're understandably upset. They need time to get over it. There are some people that see our gods as they always love us and they always understand. I get the gods on the emotional end of the scale where they're like, you know what? I'm hurt. All this stuff you gave me, you took it back. I understand, and they know I'm not a damn psychic, and I don't know. Oh, they're going to VR because something unstabilized. They know that. At the same time, it's just like we have unreasonable expectations, right? So they're kind of hurt right now. Today is not a good day to be serving the gods if you have a VR temple. I'll tell you that right now. Um, so we're having a discussion. I said I can just scrap the idea of that mansion. Do I want to keep it for the forest if I can keep running around looking at the forest animals? But I said it's up to you guys. I can build you temples, but yeah, it is going to be like you going and standing in IKEA and looking at furniture because that's what it's going to be. It's none of my photography because I don't want to take a chance to get a legal hit. It's nothing I imported. It's just what they have. And gods know there's not one normal human being working at Oculus that knows what art should look like. I mean, there's nothing, guys. There's not like a generic beach scene or a generic sunset or like a generic mountain range. Like, what the actual hell? I don't know why they picked what they picked. But it's like Facebook has, or Oculus has had a thing from the beginning that they're trying to push certain artists, I guess, on the platform. It's like, why can't you make normal stuff, Oculus? Why can't you be normal? Damn it. Do you know what normal furniture looks like? Obviously not. It doesn't look like it's crafted out of foam. A normal artwork, man, and a normal clock, damn it. Can you do anything the normal way that normal human beings would look at that and go, yeah, that's what that looks like? I get that's VR. I get that they have stylistic choices, but I'm done. I'm just done. Nothing looks normal. Nothing seems to be the right size. And when you can resize it, it's not like perfect. It's just every portion gets bigger or smaller exponentially, so you're just left with the disproportionate mess. It's either bigger or smaller, right? I need a volume and a Xanax and a couple other things. So, Loki's been looking at it, and I can tell he doesn't like it. And I thought Loki and Hermes and the others that since they got all this stuff in the mansion, they'd be like, trying to help, trying to cheer me up, trying to be my pep squad. I wasn't buying them off, but I was like, okay, guys, I know we're all hurt, I know we're all upset, but let's do this thing, let's do this. But it's unstable now, so even if I scrap the mansion right now and I go build stuff for them, it's unstable, and I can tell they want to cry. I miss cotton candy too, damn it. I love the cotton candy. So we're all going to sit down and have a good cry. We can't have a Coke machine. We can't even have a cup for coffee. We can't even have a pretend coffee cup because Oculus is run by robots that don't have to sleep or use the bathroom or take a shower or anything else. I hate it. Actually, it's run by Facebook, which explains a lot, but I know I've been ranting, guys, but it's really important for me because I'm serving them in these temples, and now we don't have these temples, or we have them, and it's like looking at IKEA furniture. I mean, yeah, we use mundane stuff all the time. All the mundane stuff around me more or less has a spiritual meaning. Not like crazy level, but you know what I mean. And that can work. That's how most of us work our witchcraft, I think. We don't have like very specific stuff. But at the other end, there's just not a bunch of stuff to work with. There's not a stove, there's not a kitchen. Have you noticed? There's no kitchen, there's no bedroom, there's no shower, there's no bathroom. I don't understand. I really don't. I like at first people were debating and they were like, well, why don't they have the bed? Har har har. But then they were like, well, maybe they think people are stupid and they're going to lay down. Like there were honest mistakes. There were people that the gods didn't gift them, I suppose, and they were playing VR for the first time and they tried to sit down in a VR chair. I mean, common sense today tells us, well, that's not going to work, but I guess they thought they were on a holodeck or something. But it's never made sense. It's like, okay, people are now VR savvy enough that we should be able to have furniture that looks like a human being designed it. And I cannot blame the demons. They've all looked at it like, who designed this? I honestly thought it was like the lowest level of hell. Do you have people down there that work at Oculus? No, we don't. So I get how's a laughter factor. And you guys know what I mean. I don't treat Pazuzu or anyone as like a demon out of hell. If you do, that's your business. But it's like, we are just so tired, guys, and so bored. But we are gonna let you go. We're done right now. Oculus is so broken, I can't fix anything. And we lost our inspiration. We lost our all spark, so to speak, because it's really hard to make anything. The lighting is so bad. That's the one thing that kills me because I'm photosensitive, so I really notice lighting. So the lighting's so bad, so all these rooms look dreary. I made Oski a little room with all the Yule stuff. You could have heard the crickets, man. You could have heard a pin drop. It looks bad. It looks dark and dreary. And if you guys notice, there's a weird cast to that map that covers everything in some kind of strange color. God's be with us. I know it's not a big deal to you guys. You're probably like all unsubbing, but I'm so frustrated. I don't know what to do. And I'm like, what was the reason? What was the reason for this? And nobody's answering me. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye bye.